Good morning, students. In 7th chapter, coagulation பற்றி பார்க்குறோம். You cut your finger or when you get yourself hurt, your wound bleeds sometime after it stopped bleed. This is because the blood clot or coagulate in response to trauma. Mechanism by which excessive blood loss is prevented by formation of the clot is called blood coagulation or clotting of blood ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Schematic present of the blood coagulation so இந்த figureல இருக்கு பார்த்துக்கலாம். The clotting process begins when the endothelium of the blood vessels damaged and connective tissues fall off the exposed of the blood. The platelets adhere to the collagen fiber in the connective tissues and release the substance that from the platelet plug that provide emergency protections against the blood loss. The clotting factors for the release from the clumped platelets are damaged cells mix with the clotting factors in the plasma. Out of the protein pair prothrombin is converted into active called thrombin அது மாறும் எப்போ மாறின presence of the calcium and vitamin K இருக்கும்போது. The thrombin help in the conversion of the fibrinogen to fibrin like a thread மாதிரி மாற்றுது. The threads or fibrin become interlinked to the patch of trapped blood cells and seal the injured vessel until the wound are healed. காயம் குணமாற வரைக்கும் இந்த வலைப்பின்னல் இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும். After some time, fibrin contrast squeezing the straw color fluid through the measure called serum. The plasma without fibrinogen that is called the serum. Next one heparin drug is anticoagulant சொல்றோம். Heparin produce small quantities of the mast cells of the connective tissues which prevent the coagulation of the small blood vessels சொல்லலாம். As the composition of the lymph and function பார்க்கலாம், about 90% fluid that leak from the capillaries eventually seeps back into capillary and remaining 10% collected at the return to blood system by the means of serious tubules known as in lymph vessels or lymphatic சொல்றோம். The fluid inside the lymphatic is called lymph. The lymphatic system consists of complex network thin-walled duct lymphatic vessels and filtering bodies and large number of lymphatic cell concentrations in various lymphatic organs. The lymphatic vessels have smooth walls that run parallel to the blood vessels in the skin along the respiratory and digestive tract. The vessels serve as return duct for the fluid that are continually diffusing out of the blood capillaries into the body tissues end of the vessels. Diagram பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். So lymph fluid must pass through the lymph node before it return to the blood. And the lymph node after lymphatic vessels of skin are highly concentrated at the neck, inguinal, axillaries, respiratory and digestive tract. The lymph fluid flowing out of lymph node flow in large collecting duct which finally drain into the large veins and run beneath the collarbone subclavian vein and emptied into the bloodstream. The nerve passes into the lymph node are synoids that line with the macrophages. And also lymph nodes successfully prevent the invading of microorganisms of reaching the bloodstream. The cells found in the lymphatic are lymphocytes. Lymphocytes collect the lymphatic fluid are carried the arterial blood and recycled back to the lymph. Fats are observed through the lymph and lacteal present in the villi of the intestine. Next with the blood vessels and arteries, veins and capillaries. The vessels carrying the blood after 3 days, there are the arteries, veins and capillaries. The vessels hollow structures have the complex wall of the surrounding lumen. The blood vessels human is composed of 3 layers. What are the 3 layers? Tunica intima, tunica media and tunica externa. The inner layer of the tunica intima or tunica externa support the vascular epithelium. The middle layer of the tunica media composed smooth muscles and extracellular matrix contains protein elastin. The concentration relaxation smooth muscles result பார்த்தோம்னா vasoconstriction and vasodilation சொல்லலாம். அந்த outer layer tunica externa tunica adventitia composed collagen fiber சொல்லலாம். Structural blood vessels நம்ம diagram பார்க்கலாம். Arteries the blood vessels carry the blood away from the heart are called arteries. The arteries usually lie deep inside the body. The wall of the arteries are thick, non-collapsible to withstand high pressure valves and arcs and have narrow lumen. All arteries carry the central blood except pulmonary artery. The largest artery aorta branch into smaller arteries, culminate in tissues, feed arteries, and tissues arteries branch into the arterioles. The blood enters into the arteriole may have the pressure 85 millimeter Hg but leaves in from the capillary travel to 35 Hg kilopascal. Diagram பார்த்து அப்சர்வ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Tunica externa, tunica media, tunica intima endothelium. large vein large elastic artery அப்படின்னு எடுத்துட்டோம்னா அதுலேயும் tunica externa, media, intima, endothelium. அதுமாதிரி வெயின் அண்ட் மஸ்குலர் ஆர்டரிஸ் எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு கிளியராக டயக்ராம் இருக்குது, அப்சர்வ் பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே, இப்போ அடுத்து பார்த்துட்டிங்கன்னா arterioles are small, narrow and thin walled which connect to the capillaries. A small sphincter lies at the junction between the arterioles and capillaries to regulate the blood supply. Arteries do not always branch into arterioles. They can form anastomosis சொல்லுவாங்க. Capillaries எடுத்தோம்னா capillary bed made up of fine networks of capillaries. The capillaries பார்த்தீங்கன்னா thin walled and consist of single layer of the squamous epithelium. The tunica media and elastin fibers are absent. The capillary bed are site of the exchange of the materials between the blood and tissues. The wall of the capillary is guarded by the semilunar walls. The blood volume in capillary is high but flow of the blood is slow. Mixed blood and then present in the capillary. The capillary bed may be flooded with blood or may be completely bypassed depending on the body condition of the particular organ. சொல்லலாம். அடுத்து veins பார்த்துட்டோம்னா veins have thinner walls of the larger lumen and called elastic stitch. They carry the diagonal blood except pulmonary vein. The blood pressure is low and lumen has wide wall which is collapsible. The tunica media is thinner in the veins in the arteries. Unidirectional flow of the blood veins due to the presence of the semilunar walls that prevent the backflow of the blood. The blood samples are usually taken from the veins rather than artery because contain low pressure of the veins is possible to take in the samples, collecting the samples. The law of Laplace is used to understand the structure and function of the blood vessels and the heart. The Laplace law status that the tension is wall of the blood vessels is proportional to the blood pressure in the and vessel radius. The blood vessels such as aorta that is subjected to the high pressures thicker walls and arterioles and subject to low ப்ரெஷர்னு சொல்லலாம். ஓகேயா. நெக்ஸ்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கரோனரி பிளட் வெசல்ஸ் அண்ட் சர்க்குலேட்டரி சிஸ்டம்ஸ் நம்ம அடுத்த நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸில் பார்க்கலாம்.